Hey everybody, Adam Plisick here over at Skilly. Couple of really critical updates. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to share my screen. Now on everyone's account to do answer engine optimization. This is the idea of understanding your relationship with some of these modern day search engines, large language models like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and similar. What we've done is inside the AI agent dropdown, you'll see an AEO. And again, for those of us that are just learning, that's answer engine optimization, a section that we have done. Now, when you start, you're going to have to go ahead and click the run diagnostic and generate content recommendations. Now, our diagnostic is going to pick typically your homepage or your kind of main center of knowledge and graph, which is your original way you set up the Skilly or someone set up a Skilly for you. You're going to then understand a little bit about how easy it is for our crawlers, which is a proxy for how large language models are ultimately going to crawl your site is. The content recommendations is where it starts to get really interesting. And this is our special sauce here at Skilly. So the idea is these are the top 25 questions overall that we believe would help you become discoverable by a large language model. Now, of course, this can't be a guarantee. We're not always sure exactly the gray box of how these work, but it gives you an opportunity to understand which questions might be the spark or the opportunity to kind of reformat and have more present on your website. Sources are then going to get really, really interesting and sort of figure out which one, when people are talking to, let's say, ChatGPT, are getting referred to sources about you or your content from your site. In this case, we see about 80% or 78% here, where about 16 or so sources are external. We don't see the same coverage necessarily in Claude, and this is through the lens of citations. Now, here's where it gets wild. Those questions you saw in terms of content recommendations are dynamically generated based on your Skilly conversations, as well as your pages, as well as the intersection of how you're appearing on ChatGPT and Claude. Again, unfortunately, we can't guarantee because we don't know exactly how ultimately ChatGPT or Claude discover you. But what we do know is that we've now created a widget, a really, really simple piece of code that you can copy here and actually frame in any blank page on your site. Now, we've recommended you kind of put your website in here /top-questions because we've noticed that that is the most obvious place that a lot of the large language models will dig. But this allows you to embed this almost like an iframe on a various page. The content will actually be refreshed over time, largely informed by the popularity, the clicks, and the conversions of your Skilly, meaning that this page is actually being led with what's coming next, not necessarily just dependent upon the pages you have. Kind of a fatal flaw of what else we've seen out there. So these are some ideas. I would recommend right away you get a conversation with whoever you're working with over here at Skilly. This is very much on the forefront. And while a website is more important as is quality content than it's ever been, we want to make sure you take advantage of the fact that we've included this for free at every level of your subscription. Now, the only other thing I wanted to show you on our update today is actually about tags and alerts. And the way we get to our tag manager is by going to your profile. And as you can see here, we're going to drop down to the bottom right-hand side where we can manage tags. Tags are elements that you can add to your conversations or the questions in your conversations to make sure that you can organize them in whatever way is best for you. You're going to also notice that in some cases, right, AI is actually helping you generate or auto tag. And the way we manage that is by hovering over, and you'll slightly see these three dots, which is our menu. You can, of course, remove the tag, but we're going to focus our energy on managing this tag. And now you can choose three things. The first and foremost is, are you going to automatically tag conversations of this category starting today with AI? The second thing is about notifications. You can choose how frequently it happens, as it happens, daily roll up or weekly roll up. And then you can also choose who gets it.